Let's do it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Handwritten notes.
Castle and cage.
Oh, come on, man. Here we go. Yes. Like silver bells and your silver bells.
Yeah, but like you're not in the right tune.
I don't know what the damn key is.
It's your fault.
I want to do it Mexican style.
Let's do it. Mexican
I want to do
style.
it in E minor.
To all my brown Latino brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Yeah, I apologize on behalf of Castle. Mexican.
Handwritten. Oh, you ruined it. Handwritten notes.
Castle and cage.
Castle and cage.
Handwritten notes.
Go.
It's Christmas time in the city.
Zero Foxtrot Golf, FM, Police Fraud Radio.
Back in the building. We tried something a little different.
That was our Christmas intro for you. Welcome aboard to Handwritten Notes.
If you thought that was anything like Christmas or made you think of Christmas, it didn't sound like it to me. I was thinking of more Cinco de Mayo.
I hit the E minor and I was like, I love the E minor. And I'm like, we're doing the Mexican tuned silver bells to the Handwritten Notes.
Is it Mexican tuned? Is that what you say?
E minor, A minor. A lot of Mexican jams have it.
Jeez. We're going to have to send you to some classes.
I am Castle. This is Castle, 22 years of law enforcement experience, and my partner in crime, Cage.
I'm Cage, back in the building.
Has
2 days.
13 years, 2 days.
14.
14 years of law enforcement. So combined, if you've been listening, 26 years of combined experience.
Well, after this episode, who knows?
Yeah, they're coming for us.
It might be in a line. Unemployment.
I just wanted to really quick give a background why. Cage and I, over the years, many phone conversations during shift, after shift, just talks about stuff that we do. The nonsense we see, the good things, the bad things, complaining about the sergeants, the supervisors, the other guys we work with.
Yeah.
So, it was Cage's idea one day. He's like, man, we should just start a podcast, man. I was talking to a guy at the gym, getting swole. And,
drinking water.
He's like, man, and the guy was, he wants to hear my stories. And, during one of those phone calls, that happened. Here we are. Episode number, I think this will be 11.
It'll be horrible if we're wrong.
The reason I even wanted to kind of do this is some people we know have subscribed to the channel.
Thank you.
Click the subscribe button. What that does, you create an account on YouTube. You click subscribe. You create an account on YouTube. When you subscribe. When you pull up your stream of YouTube on your phone, there's a little dot down there in the middle, subscriptions. If you click on that, that's the easiest way to find us. That's why it's important to subscribe, because it's easier to find us.
It's like you're selling chocolate candy for the kids at the school. Do you want some or not? That's how I do it.
Hershey's Kisses. That's how tasty this is.
You want the candy or not?
Well, here's why they want the candy. You can't do the job that we do and not laugh.
True.
One of the things I think Cage and I share is the ability to laugh at some of the stuff. Sometimes it's dark, sometimes it's bloody, sometimes it's smelly. Mm-hmm. Both some men and women take the job too serious. They bring the stuff home.
Yeah,
it dictates their lives.
Right.
So it's I think for us it's a way to add some comedic flair.
Yeah, you are really prepared. I love this.
To what we do. So again, if you want a background, there it is.
There it is.
And we just want to turn it into a laugh, into a joke, because it makes our lives a little easier. And then we can laugh at all you knuckleheads who take it too darn serious. All the tacticarls out there with your tactical dad bags. Get over yourselves, all right? When I'm at work, I love you. I want you to wear your gear, your 17 scopes, and your 5 speedy reloading magazines hanging off your shirt.
Your bipods,
tripods. And, leg holsters, camouflage discs.
Grappling hooks.
Bring it all to work with you. Listen, when you check off duty, when you end your tour of duty, and if you're going to talk to me, put all that crap in your trunk. Have a drink with me. Have a laugh with me.
Yeah.
Leave the job. Don't bring the seriousness of it home.
Zero Foxtrot Golf, FM, Police Fraud Radio.
Now, there was this one, the legendary Colonel John Bourbon.
When Colonel John Bourbon's name is breathed, we now have this.
Now, legend has it. Legend has it. When Colonel John Bourbon was born, he came out the womb and he reached back in and got his campaign hat. The legendary Colonel John Bourbon. Def had a near John Bourbon experience. The legendary Colonel John Bourbon. That's what I heard.
This is my Christmas gift to Cage. We are going to have a live interview with the Colonel. Let's see. Hopefully we don't disturb him rearming an RPG or an anti-tank mine.
He might come through the door in a second.
Did you know he's a hoarder?
No, I did not know that.
I received photographs
from
Mrs. Bourbon. But yes, he's a hoarder with supplies. And she sent me a picture of the garage. They have this huge 2-car garage with all of these. He's got chemicals, boxes, and military-grade boxes.
He's a prepper.
We're going there first when it hits the fan.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go collect the Colonel, and hopefully he'll be kind enough to welcome us in and not disarm us.
I was going to say, if we make it up the driveway.
So let's give the Colonel a call and see what happens.
Let's see how this goes.
Oh my God, I can't believe we're doing this.
I can imagine. Who is this?
Hello?
Colonel John Bourbon, this is Castle and Cage. We were just talking about you here. We wanted to call and wish you a Merry Christmas, sir.
Well, Merry Christmas to you. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine, and Cage is here with me.
I'm just in awe right now. Just all smiles, Colonel. All smiles.
Good, I'm glad to hear it.
Are you sober, sir?
I am. I'm actually in the process of moving.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Moving a tank?
He's retreading a
No.
tank. No, tell us the truth, sir. Are you retreading a tank?
No, I'm not doing that. But I appreciate what you guys are going through now. It's been a rough year for all the boys in blue.
Oh, yeah. Very
It's been a
rough.
rough year. Rough year. You all keep answering the bell, and that's something to be proud of. And I want you to know I appreciate it. I wish all of you and everybody out there a Merry Christmas, and I'll be praying for your safety in the new year.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it. Can you tell us what Christmas is like? Because we're probably going to miss it this year.
Well, I've had so few of them myself, I'm just now getting used to it. So,
Oh,
and I'll be moving this Christmas,
on Christmas Day?
day after. So basically, we're doing all our stuff the day of Christmas.
You need to send us the coordinates to retriangulate so we can come and visit or lend a helping hand if so needed.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know what day I'm transferring my bodacious bourbon supply. Y'all can come help me move it to a safe location.
Well, actually, as you speak about your bourbon, we want to know at least give us an inside scoop. The bourbon Christmas. What's your favorite part of the Christmas that you and your family celebrate together? Is it a food? Is it a drink? Is it just family time? What's your?
It's the family meal, yeah. It's definitely Christmas dinner with the family. The kids, they all love the gifts and stuff and Santa's visit, but for me, it's always family getting together and time in the kitchen prepping the meal. Because in my family, everybody has their own job and they all are in the kitchen doing their thing, getting ready for the meal, and then everybody puts the meal on. So the burden of the meal doesn't fall on one person. It's shared by all, and we have a good time preparing it and sitting down and eating it.
You mentioned Santa Claus for the grandkids. How do you allow Santa to creep into your home and not get dismembered and to have to be delivered back to Mrs. Claus in his own toy bag by the reindeer? How do you allow his safe passage through your residence?
Santa has his own retinal code to get in the door. So he's pretty tight with the family. He's one of the people who's in the inner circle.
Oh, nice.
So it's not
Nice.
a problem.
We'll have to share some notes about that later because I definitely need to get on that mailing list.
Well, we got to get you off the naughty list first.
Oh,
At times, I have my career has brought me there. Sometimes it keeps me there for a while, but I'm trying, sir. I'm trying to stay motivated and take some of the advice you've given me over the years, and I do appreciate all those moments of you berating me in your office.
Now, you know that's not my style.
I just like to stay there and just look dumb. That was my defense. Just play dumb. Just stare
Yeah.
off into space.
Sometime I'll have to tell you the story about the snowy night that we had to put snow tires on cars.
Oh yeah.
Oh well,
Yeah.
you know what? If you have a minute, let's go ahead and get into that, sir. If you don't mind, go ahead and
I don't mind.
for the population of listeners out there, we have steel-studded snow tires that were supplied by our garage personnel for the patrol vehicles we operate. And in times of inclement weather, ice or snow, they are mounted upon our vehicles. Well, if you'll take over here, sir, traditionally how they're mounted and what led to your surprise when you saw Cage's vehicle.
We have two-wheel drive patrol vehicles, and the rear wheels are the drive wheels, which is pretty standard at the time in vehicles that we actually employ. I guess this was the first major snowstorm event that he'd been through with the two-wheel drive vehicle.
Yeah.
And
a kid from the coast. I was a kid from the coast.
It had started snowing hard. I mean, we were getting probably about an inch.
Yeah.
Inch and a half an hour snowfall. It was coming down. I mean, you were having a hard time seeing across the parking lot.
Yeah.
And he came into the office and said, I'm going to put my snow tires on. So, well, good, because it's going to get worse. And I went out there after I thought it should be done to see if he was going to.
Oh, my God.
And,
I'm picturing this in my head as we speak. Oh.
So when I went out to check on him to see how he was doing, I get out there, and he's actually been making really good progress. And he has 4 studded snow tires, 1 for each wheel, steer wheels included.
Yep.
So he was getting really good traction in the snow that day.
I was getting at it.
He was just going to ruin all of the asphalt across our area of operations.
He was making sure that he was going to stay on the road.
Hey, I was here for the people that night. I did not
Correct,
want that.
he was.
Yep. I didn't want nothing to hold me back.
He was.
I believe he got it right when he said he's Cage, the kid from the coast. I like that. I think that's where he was lost in a tornado of snow, and he was just trying to do the best he could. That's awesome.
Yep.
He was very crestfallen when I pointed out the fact that we had to put snow tires on, drive wheels on the rear.
Oh,
He's
man.
like, you mean I got to take them off? I'll go, well, no, you can leave them on. But he took them off.
I was going to get at it.
You were not going to get stuck at all.
No.
Anywhere.
You know what? I actually think I got photos of it somewhere because I do remember taking some pictures on it.
Oh, man.
Do you ever have a show where you can do photos? I think I can hook you up with some photos of the snowstorm and the 4 snow tires.
Yes, sir. If you'll send me a notification that you found that, we will definitely do so. And I think on that note, sir, we're going to let you go to spend time with your family, and as we have other shenanigans that we have to attend to.
Well, y'all have a very Merry Christmas. I hope you and your family have a wonderful Christmas and a safe and prosperous New Year. And that goes for all the first responders and law enforcement officers out there as well. I enjoy your show. I'm definitely one of the likes you get, so keep it up.
At least we know we have one coming.
Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all if you need us.
Merry Christmas, Colonel.
Yep, y'all have a Merry Christmas. Have a good evening.
Thank you, sir.
The legendary Colonel John Bourbon. The funny thing about that is, he's talking about the family meal. I bet he doesn't say grace. He says, like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to pray. You're going to eat. You're going to digest. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to get back out there and get at it again. Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
A list of orders.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas to all.
Poll results. And we appreciate everybody participating in the polls. And if you have not, Castle has given instructions on how to enter the polls. When you see the icon at the top right with the eye inside of the circle, just press that and you can vote on the polls that we set up. Or if you're just old and you can't figure it out, you just probably never get it. And you want to know how I found out I'm getting old? Because the other day, my daughter, she has the Apple AirPods.
Oh, yes.
So I'm, we're in the car and I'm looking back and I was like, I bet you're enjoying those podcasts. And she's like, what? I was like, those podcasts that are in your ear. I got to get me some of those.
Those podcasters.
Those podcasts. I was like, is that what you kids calling them today? Those podcasts? The angel, she looked at me. She's like, you're getting old. Those are AirPods.
AirPods. You got grayer as you were speaking.
Yeah. Are they AirPods or they EarPods? Which one is it?
And I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know. But when you're talking about getting old, here's an identifier for me. I've started adding S's to the end of things. I think that is a definitive sign of age.
Yeah.
Where you just add S's in for no apparent reason. Like, we're going to go over to the Walmarts.
The Walmarts.
Whoa, where did that come from?
Yep. Like you said, the honey baked hams.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to the honey baked hams.
I was serious when I said
you
that.
You were serious.
That's the bad part.
It's okay. It's all right, man. Well, yeah. What in the are you doing over here? Come on, old man. Poll results. Fly fishing. Episode 7. Do you whip it? And 75% say yes, you whip it good. And
that's it. You whip it good.
You whip it good. And 25% said Castle is a liar. Yeah. I've never been fly fishing, and neither has he. He says he has. He would have at least a fish or something hanging up. I fished under a bridge one time, under an underpass.
What, for a wreck? For a wreck, a speeding ticket, or you mean an actual fish?
I think we were fishing for a body once.
You full of shit too.
I'm glad you brought David Charles back into this. You know, we're at episode, what did you say, 10 or 11? Somewhere in there. Again, getting old. 10s or 11s? Which ones are we at?
Where are we?
Oh, God.
Who is this man in my house?
But one of the feedbacks, again, that we've gotten, the compliment to the daily grind of doing what we do. And the comedy that comes along with it that we already kind of spoke about, David Charles being one of them. There's always that guy.
Whatever department you're at, there's a David Charles.
There's a David Charles.
You could be David Charles.
Are you David Charles?
Are you David Charles?
Are you David Charles? I am or I ain't.
All units without delay. Vote on the poll question.
But the bathroom cologne has seemed to stuck on, just like it stuck on me that day. So I guess a lot of people have had that experience.
Yeah.
Of walking into a tainted bathroom.
Oh man.
Which is where our laugh track comes from. And Cage is closer to the buttons today than I am, which I'm scared about. But that was his Luigi or Mario Brothers laugh that we stole. So that's our laugh drop when somebody throws off a good joke here as we're talking. That's our, not that. The he is the laugh button for us.
I just felt that was a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm laying these beats down.
He wanted that sound particularly for some reason. It's actually its own color, purple on our board. The rest of them are like blue, yellow, and red, like standard colors. That one, the clown horn, is purple for some reason. Don't know why, but that's his personal sound, Cage.
That's just me.
So the laugh drop of hee came from the Mario reference. The poor fella that came out of the bathroom. He destroyed that bathroom.
Hey, sorry. Could you imagine rolling up to a wreck and this was your siren?
You're only going to exit from the patrol car with a red nose, and then 19 other guys are going to get out behind you from the same car. Could you imagine that?
Trunk pop. Yeah.
A patrol car, blue lights, shows up, and here comes one guy, two, all four doors open, you're piling out next 25 officers, troopers, deputies in the road, and they're all just staring down. Boom, with red noses. And then all the little Jimmies of the world are going to run screaming because you got 25 clown cops out there in the middle of the interstate blocking it down.
They just keep coming out. Walking around with clipboards saying,
You full of shit too.
Yep.
Oh my God, he's on fire. Again, ladies and gentlemen, he is closer to the board today than I am.
I'm laying down these beats.
But we continue to get comments as well about paramedics, fire departments blocking the road, police officers blocking the road. The police officers, they know better.
Get the highway up.
Open it. Jimmy's out there. Little Jimmy's out there. Giving mom and dad a hard time.
He's got to get to soccer practice.
Quit being tactical. Quit being that guy.
Right. Because you are tactical.
No, I'm not. No, I am not. I have guitars on my wall.
Yeah.
Tactical has AK-47s,
right,
double barrel shotguns on his wall.
It's hard to hang out with somebody who you are.
And today in the studio, we have Christmas lights. There's a few Pac-Man figures on the wall,
True,
2 guitars, and an etched drawing of Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, have you not noticed Bob Ross behind you the whole time?
No. Bob Ross was awesome. I tried to draw like Bob Ross one time.
Units, Castle and Cage, off duty.